Seniors, stop eating 7 worse fruits. They are ruining your leg strength. Have you noticed your legs don't feel as strong as they used to? Maybe climbing stairs feels heavier, or standing up takes a little more effort. What if I told you that some of the fruits you believe are healthy might actually be quietly weakening your muscles and draining your strength? This isn't about fear, it's about awareness. Because after 50, your body changes, and what once helped you can now work against you. Today, we're going to gently uncover 7 common fruits that could be affecting your leg strength and what you should do instead to stay active, stable, and independent. 1. Overripe bananas. Overripe bananas contain significantly higher levels of simple sugars compared to firmer, less ripe ones. As bananas ripen, their natural starches break down into glucose and fructose, making them much easier to digest, but also far quicker to raise blood sugar levels. For older adults, this rapid spike in blood glucose can place added strain on the body's ability to regulate insulin, especially if there is already some level of insulin resistance. Some doctors warn that frequent blood sugar spikes followed by sudden drops can lead to noticeable energy fluctuations. After a quick rise, the body often responds by releasing more insulin, which can push blood sugar down too quickly. This drop may leave the body feeling tired, shaky, or weak, particularly in the legs, where large muscle groups depend on steady energy supply. Research suggests that unstable blood sugar levels can interfere with muscle performance and endurance. When muscles do not receive consistent fuel, they become less efficient and tire more easily. Over time, repeated cycles of spikes and crashes may contribute to gradual muscle weakening, making everyday movements like walking, climbing stairs, or standing up feel more demanding. Overripe bananas, because of their soft texture and sweeter taste, are often eaten more quickly and in larger portions, which further increases sugar intake. This can amplify the glycemic effect, especially when eaten alone without fiber, protein, or fat to slow absorption. For seniors, maintaining stable blood sugar is closely linked to preserving muscle strength and preventing fatigue. Health experts often emphasize that consistent energy levels support better muscle coordination and balance, both of which are essential for leg stability. When blood sugar swings become frequent, the body's ability to maintain strength during daily activities may decline. Choosing less ripe bananas or limiting intake of overly soft brown bananas can help reduce sudden sugar surges. Keeping blood sugar steady supports muscle function and helps the legs remain strong, responsive, and less prone to fatigue throughout the day. This becomes especially important for individuals who already experience stiffness or reduced mobility. A stable internal energy environment allows muscles to respond more effectively during movement. Without that stability, even simple actions may feel heavier and slower. Paying attention to how ripeness affects sugar levels can make a meaningful difference in maintaining daily strength and confidence in movement. Small adjustments like this can support long-term muscle health and help preserve independence with age, especially when combined with consistent awareness of 2. Canned fruits and syrup. Canned fruits packed in syrup contain high amounts of added sugars and chemical preservatives that can quietly affect the body's strength over time. While they may look similar to fresh fruit, the processing changes how they interact with the body, especially for adults over 50. The syrup used in these products often contains concentrated sugars that are quickly absorbed into the bloodstream, placing stress on blood sugar control mechanisms. Some doctors explain that frequent intake of added sugars can trigger low-grade inflammation in the body. This type of inflammation may not always be visible, but it can gradually interfere with how muscles repair and maintain themselves. Muscle tissue, especially in the legs, depends on proper recovery after daily use. When inflammation is present, this recovery process slows down, making muscles feel weaker and more fatigued. Preservatives used in canned fruits can also play a role. Certain additives are known to affect cellular health and may disrupt normal muscle function when consumed regularly over long periods. Research has suggested that processed foods with chemical preservatives can contribute to oxidative stress, which further impacts muscle strength and endurance. For seniors, leg muscles are essential for balance, walking, and independence. When these muscles are repeatedly exposed to inflammatory effects from diet, they may begin to lose efficiency. This can show up as slower movement, reduced stability, or difficulty performing simple daily activities like standing up or climbing stairs. Another concern is that canned fruits and syrup often lack the natural fiber found in fresh fruit. Fiber helps slow sugar absorption and supports stable energy levels. Without it, the body experiences quicker spikes and drops in blood sugar, which can leave muscles underfueled and more prone to fatigue. Health experts often emphasize that maintaining muscle health becomes more important with age, as natural muscle loss already occurs over time. Adding inflammatory foods into the diet may accelerate this process, especially in weight-bearing muscles like those in the legs. Choosing alternatives with lower sugar and fewer additives can help reduce this burden on the body. Even small changes in daily eating habits can support better muscle recovery and preserve mobility. Over time, reducing exposure to added sugars and preservatives allows the body to function more efficiently, helping muscles stay stronger and more responsive. This can make everyday movement feel steadier, more comfortable, and less tiring, supporting a more active and independent lifestyle well into later years. 3. Fruit juices. Fruit juices, even those labeled 100% natural, lack the fiber that is naturally present in whole fruits. Without this fiber, the sugars found in fruit are absorbed into the bloodstream much faster, causing a rapid rise in blood glucose levels. For older adults, this quick surge can trigger a strong insulin response, which may place stress on the body's metabolic balance. Some doctors warn that repeated insulin spikes followed by sudden drops in blood sugar can interfere with how muscles use energy. When glucose levels rise too quickly and then fall, muscles may not receive a steady supply of fuel. This inconsistency can lead to early fatigue, especially in the large muscles of the legs that are responsible for walking, standing, and maintaining balance. Research has shown that consistent blood sugar levels are important for proper muscle metabolism. When the body experiences frequent spikes, it can reduce the efficiency of how muscles process nutrients and generate energy. Over time, this may contribute to gradual muscle loss, a condition that becomes more common with age and directly affects strength and stability. Fruit juice is often consumed quickly and in larger amounts than whole fruit, which increases the total sugar intake without creating a feeling of fullness. This can further intensify the impact on blood sugar and insulin levels. In many cases, even juices without added sugar can behave similarly to sweetened drinks due to the absence of fiber. For seniors, leg strength depends on stable and reliable energy delivery to muscle cells. When that energy supply becomes uneven, muscles may respond more slowly and feel less steady during movement. This can increase the risk of weakness, imbalance, and reduced confidence while walking or standing. Health experts often highlight that maintaining muscle function requires a steady internal environment where glucose levels remain balanced throughout the day. Frequent reliance on fruit juices can disrupt this balance, making it harder for muscles to perform efficiently. Over time, this pattern may contribute to reduced endurance and a noticeable decline in leg strength. Limiting intake of juice and understanding how quickly it affects blood sugar can help support better muscle performance. Keeping energy levels steady allows the legs to stay more responsive and less prone to fatigue. Small, mindful adjustments in how fruit is consumed can play an important role in preserving strength, stability, and everyday mobility as the body continues to age while supporting comfort and movement confidence in later years. 4. Grapes are small, but very high in natural sugars, making it easy to overeat them. Excess consumption often happens without awareness because their size feels harmless. Yet, each handful delivers a concentrated dose of sugar into the body. For adults over 50, this pattern can quietly strain blood sugar balance over time. Some doctors explain that frequent intake of high-sugar foods can trigger low-grade inflammation inside the body. This kind of inflammation does not always show obvious symptoms, but it can interfere with how muscles repair and maintain their strength. Muscles in the legs are especially vulnerable because they carry body weight and support daily movement. When excess sugar is regularly consumed, the body may shift how it uses energy, sometimes prioritizing fat storage instead of efficient muscle function. Research suggests that this metabolic change can reduce muscle quality over time, leading to decreased strength and endurance. For seniors, this can mean legs feeling heavier, slower, and more easily fatigued during simple activities, like walking or climbing stairs. Another concern is how easily grapes can be eaten in large quantities without creating a sense of fullness. Unlike foods with more fiber or protein, grapes pass quickly through the digestive process, allowing sugar to enter the bloodstream rapidly. This repeated cycle can place additional stress on muscles that depend on steady energy to perform properly. Health. Experts often note that lower body endurance relies on consistent fuel delivery and proper muscle recovery. When inflammation and unstable blood sugar become common, muscles may not recover as efficiently after daily use. Over time, this can reduce the ability to maintain strength and balance, increasing the risk of weakness and instability. Being mindful of portion size and frequency can help limit the hidden impact of grapes on the body. Maintaining better balance in sugar intake supports muscle function and helps preserve leg strength. Small adjustments in how these fruits are consumed can protect endurance and keep movement feeling more stable and controlled with age. This becomes especially important when daily activities already feel more demanding than before. Muscles that receive uneven energy signals may respond more slowly, and coordination can begin to decline over time. Doctors often encourage paying attention to how certain fruits affect blood sugar patterns, as even natural sugars can have strong effects when consumed in excess. Keeping intake moderate allows the body to function more steadily and helps muscles remain stronger, more reliable, and better supported overall. 5. Dried fruits. Dried fruits such as raisins, dates, and apricots are concentrated sources of natural sugar with very little water content. During the drying process, most of the water is removed, but the sugar remains, becoming more dense in each small serving. This means a handful of dried fruit can deliver the same amount of sugar as multiple pieces of fresh fruit, but in a much smaller volume. Because of this concentration, dried fruits can raise blood glucose levels very quickly. Without enough water and fiber to slow digestion, the sugar enters the bloodstream rapidly, leading to sharp spikes. Some doctors warn that these repeated spikes can place stress on the body's insulin response, especially in older adults, whose metabolic systems may already be less efficient. Research has shown that rapid changes in blood sugar can affect how muscles receive and use energy. When glucose rises quickly and then drops, muscles may experience inconsistent fuel supply. This can lead to early fatigue, particularly in the legs, which rely on steady energy for movement, balance, and support. Throughout the day, another concern is portion control. Dried fruits are easy to overeat because they are small, sweet, and convenient. Many people consume them in larger quantities without realizing how much sugar they are taking in. This repeated pattern can contribute to ongoing muscle stress and reduced endurance over time. Muscle fatigue caused by unstable energy levels can gradually weaken performance, especially in the lower body. Activities that once felt easy, such as walking longer distances or standing for extended periods, may begin to feel more tiring. Health experts often emphasize that maintaining consistent energy delivery is essential for preserving muscle strength as the body ages. In addition, frequent high sugar intake has been linked to low-grade inflammation, which can interfere with muscle recovery. When muscles do not recover properly after daily use, they may lose strength and responsiveness. For seniors, this can affect balance, coordination, and overall mobility. Being mindful of how dried fruits impact blood sugar can help reduce unnecessary strain on the body. While they may seem like a healthy snack, their concentrated nature requires careful attention, especially when leg strength and endurance are important for maintaining independence and comfort in daily life. 6. Pineapple contains beneficial enzymes such as bromelain, but it is also naturally high in sugar and acidity, which can affect the body differently with age. While small amounts may be well tolerated, frequent or excessive intake can place added stress on metabolic balance, especially in individuals over 50 whose bodies process sugar more slowly. The natural sugars in pineapple are quickly absorbed, which can lead to noticeable increases in blood glucose levels. Some doctors warn that repeated spikes in blood sugar may contribute to low-grade inflammation in the body. This type of inflammation can interfere with how muscles repair themselves after daily use, particularly in the legs where muscle demand is constant. The acidity of pineapple is another factor to consider. In some cases, high-side foods may contribute to subtle irritation within the body, which can add to overall inflammatory responses. When inflammation is present, muscle tissue may not recover as efficiently, leading to gradual weakness or reduced endurance over time. Research suggests that played-up muscle repair becomes less efficient as the body ages, making it more important to avoid factors that can disrupt this process. When sugar intake is consistently high, the body may struggle to maintain optimal conditions for rebuilding and strengthening muscle fibers. This can be especially noticeable in the lower body, where strength and stability are essential for every day movement. Another concern is that pineapple is often consumed in larger portions due to its sweet taste and refreshing texture. This can increase total sugar intake without much awareness, further amplifying its effects on blood sugar and muscle health. Over time, this pattern may contribute to reduced muscle efficiency and increased fatigue during routine activities. Health experts often emphasize that maintaining a stable internal environment supports better muscle function. When sugar and acidity levels are consistently elevated, the body may shift toward a state that favors inflammation rather than recovery. This can affect how muscles respond to physical demands, making movements feel slower or more tiring. Being mindful of pineapple intake can help reduce unnecessary strain on muscle repair processes. Keeping portions moderate allows the body to benefit from its nutrients without overwhelming its ability to maintain balance. Supporting muscle recovery is especially important for preserving leg strength, stability, and comfort in daily life as the body continues to age. Even small dietary patterns can have a noticeable impact on how muscles perform. Paying attention to how frequently high-sugar fruits like pineapple are consumed can help protect muscle function and reduce the risk of gradual weakness, helping maintain smoother and more confident movement over time. 7. Watermelon has a high glycemic index, which means it can raise blood sugar levels quickly after being eaten. Although it contains a large amount of water and feels light, the sugars it provides are rapidly absorbed into the bloodstream. For older adults, this quick rise can place pressure on the body's ability to regulate glucose effectively, especially if metabolism has slowed with age. Some doctors explain that when blood sugar rises too quickly, the body responds by releasing insulin to bring those levels back down. This process can sometimes lead to a sudden drop in energy shortly afterward. These fluctuations may not always be dramatic, but over time, they can affect how the body maintains steady energy throughout the day. Muscles, particularly in the legs, Rely on a consistent supply of energy to function properly. When blood sugar levels rise and fall too quickly, muscles may not receive the stable fuel they need. This can lead to reduced endurance, causing the legs to feel tired or weaker during activities like walking, standing, or climbing stairs. Research suggests that repeated cycles of rapid glucose spikes followed by drops can influence how efficiently muscles perform. When energy delivery is inconsistent, muscle fibers may fatigue more quickly and recover more slowly. For seniors, this can gradually impact strength and balance, making everyday movements feel more demanding. Another factor to consider is how easily watermelon can be overconsumed. Its refreshing taste and high water content make it easy to eat in large portions without feeling full. This can lead to a higher intake of sugar than expected, increasing the overall effect on blood sugar levels. Health experts often highlight the importance of maintaining steady energy for muscle health, especially in aging bodies. When energy levels are stable, muscles can respond more effectively to daily demands. However, when frequent spikes and drops occur, the body may struggle to maintain that balance, affecting overall muscle performance. Being aware of portion size and frequency can help reduce the impact of watermelon's high glycemic index. Keeping blood sugar levels more stable supports better muscle endurance and helps maintain leg strength. This becomes increasingly important as the body ages and relies more on consistent internal balance for movement and stability. Over time, even small patterns in eating habits can influence how the body feels and functions. Managing how quickly sugars enter the bloodstream can support stronger, more reliable muscles, helping the legs remain steady and capable during everyday activities. If you care about staying strong, walking confidently, and protecting your independence, take a second to subscribe and like this video. And tell me in the comments, which fruit do you eat the most? Your habits matter more than you think, and we're here to guide you every step.